Welcome to the Hear Me Out podcast. It's your boy Ayo and filmed at Dame Dash Studios. Can't forget that part. This your boy Ayo in the building. Young Raslin is to my left.
West.
Young Aaron is to my left. Squared.
Left.
Yo, Jonte the Conscience, how you feeling today?
I feel good, man.
Bet. We gonna get right into the shits, yo.
Yeah.
Can relationships of all capacities, can they last with insecurities or not? What y'all think?
Insecurities.
Is that what I said? I didn't say
Yeah,
that?
no, you did.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
just saying
Insecurities.
insecurities. What?
What?
Yo. You're not gonna get away with that one. I would just chill. Can they last with insecurities? Yes.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think so. Definitely.
Hey, Ron, you think so?
Yeah.
Jonte, what you think?
No.
Yes, they can.
I'm gonna give a quick no to that too.
If you love somebody and they have an insecurity, it is not hard to cater to baby to make sure they feel all right about this one thing. Why is that an issue? Why you can't work with the person you love?
Wait, so do you guys feel like it's a no for every aspect, for every relationship?
As long as there are insecurities present, your relationship will not work.
That's not true. Everybody has an insecurity. That doesn't even make any sense. You have an insecurity, Kyle. I don't care.
Yeah, for sure. I obviously.
She don't care.
I'm not saying I don't have an insecurity, but
Yeah.
those insecurities are consistently being worked on. So if you have the same insecurity throughout the entirety of your relationship, you're either in a relationship you probably don't want to be in because you're dealing with the same shit over and over again, or you're in a relationship with the wrong person that simply just doesn't fit your mold and who you should be with.
What that got to do with my insecurity?
Yeah, and that's why I asked if you think that way about everyone, like friends, family, girlfriend type shit. You know what I mean? Like, do you feel that way about every single one of those aspects?
Well, family relationships, you don't have a choice. You got to deal with them. They're your family. But relationships, you definitely have a choice.
Yo, you guys are sick.
Wait, I mean, so why do you guys feel like you can? Why do you feel like it can work?
Well, the reason why I say yeah is because I feel like for me, for all aspects, I really do genuinely think I just learned this not too long ago, but as long as you got patience and you actually genuinely love this person, you actually care for this person, then you can actually find a way to communicate through that whole aspect of whatever they're going through.
Like, women take cheating men back all the time. Why do you think that is?
You think that's healthy? That's in order to take a man back after he's cheated, that means you have to eliminate all insecurities you have about that situation in order for it to be a positive.
No, they create
relationship.
insecurities.
You
What
can
are you
either,
talking about?
but that's what I'm saying. Yes, you're right. I think it goes that way, but you also work through them. You know what I mean? So you get rid of or get past those insecurities. Like you've now gained back.
You have to get past them, so it's no longer an insecurity.
Right. Wait, where's
There's no longer an insecurity, so it's not
My man cheats on me, but I take him back, and all of a sudden I just don't care about other bitches. What kind of dumb shit is that?
Correct. Because
No.
Shiraz, you can't be in a relationship.
No, this is when we apply more pressure. Let's just rewind.
You can't be in a
Pick a
relationship.
different argument.
No, you can't be in a relationship with someone. You can't forgive someone for something they did and still hold them under the guillotine for what you've forgiven them for. It doesn't work that way.
I can forgive you and know you're still a dog.
No, so
why would you still be with that person if you view him in that way?
I don't think that's accurate. Because a lot of times, I feel like people they'll make a mistake, right? And it's up to that person to sit there and say if they want to, you know what I'm saying? If they want to actually try to make this work with you, if they want to believe that you're going to make it through the whole scenario, then you can do it. But if not, you're going to be drugged through the mud too.
What does that mean?
So say, I cheat on someone or whatever, and I tell them and I'm pleading to them, yo, fam, let's make this work, blah, blah, blah. That whole pleading through them process, I'm getting drugged through the mud. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't fully trust me, but she still wants to be with me. And so we're going through that whole thing. So she has these insecurities. She's going to be questioning me, asking me all types of stupid shit that I don't want to fucking answer. But I think
y'all are forgetting one major point. if you've pleaded for someone to forgive you and they tell you they forgive you, no one wants to be reminded of of a mistake that you've made throughout an entire relationship.
Okay,
Therefore,
but that
that's a-
person
that
is still
relationship
affected
is-
by your actions.
That
Like,
doesn't
who
mean-
are
that doesn't
you?
that doesn't
now
excuse-
you cheated on me. I'm hurt, and I gotta protect you. I can't remind you about the dirt you did.
why the fuck would I continue to do
Yo.
with that?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Men are sick.
Wait, but
What?
there goes that personal choice though. That's like
exactly. That's a choice. Shiraz, why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody where you have to consistently remind them of what they've done in the past? That's crazy. That means you need to get the fuck out. If you can't forgive them, you need to move on.
But like I said, like I think it goes for
100%.
agree.
How do
think
you
it
not agree? You cool with being with somebody and then just consistently reminding them, yo, you're a dog. By the
said
way,
I
I
wanna-
love you, but yo, you're a dog.
I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna know.
But so then that even holds a certain space of uncomfortability in your head. Why would you want that kind of love where
But
you
no
can't even
one
trust
wants that,
somebody?
but nobody wants that. You guys don't know how to keep it in your pants. What do you want us to do?
You're
about
moving
it?
to a whole nother, that's a whole nother conversation. We're talking about your choice at this point to stay in a relationship where you don't trust this
where
person.
you feel insecure
Yeah.
about a man being faithful.
Yeah. So if you can't forgive him and let it go, then move on. It's that simple.
well, yeah, that's
It takes
the
work.
end goal,
You gotta-
obviously, but you have to like put in the work for it.
Mhm.
And if you're not willing
That's
to
if you
put in the
want
work,
to.
then keep it pushing.
We ain't let Jonte answer at all. Jonte, let us know, fam.
About what?
How you think? What do you think? Because you said no. Explain to me why you think it's no.
I mean, while y'all was talking, I was thinking like you kind of got to make a distinction between someone who is insecure and somebody who has certain insecurities. Like if
True.
you're talking about cheating, like if a person does that, it creates certain insecurities within the other person.
True.
Right.
So it's not necessarily
Like
that.
I could know I got the best kitty cat around. That doesn't mean like that mine is less than because you're a dog. Yeah,
Right, but you feel insecure about the relationship itself.
100%.
So that's
exactly.
kinda- That's kinda
about your
different.
vagina, Shiraz.
I know that it's never about my.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, that is kind of different from like being an insecure person.
Yeah, there's
Right?
some people just
Agreed.
walk around just like, yo,
Exactly.
everything sucks.
Right, like they have an insecurity like about themselves. Like
yeah.
that's how they feel about themselves in general.
So can those types
So
of
you-
insecurities be healed if you've created that insecurity in someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what Shiraz and Aaron are kind of like saying, that those type of insecurities you can move forward.
They can
from
be
that.
resolved. You got to
But
just.
But they have to be resolved.
But wait, no. Because
Yeah, that's a good point too.
It
They
takes
kind of have
two.
to be resolved.
Yeah, it for sure takes two, but they have to be resolved and they have to be something that's progressing towards it being resolved. You can't be staying in the same spot. You can't always live the day after she found out you cheated for the rest of your life. It can't be that, yo, you just cheated on me. Like nobody's going to deal with that. That relationship's not going to last. So unless you're progressing towards you forgiving them and understanding why they did it or, whatever
as
it
long
is.
as you're sucking my toes, like
Wow.
asking me for forgiveness, we'll be all right in a few months. Yeah.
in a few months, I'm just drag you for a couple months.
Wow.
Come on, man.
So you have to offer like a penance, kind of.
But that's why I was saying it depends on. For
I
me,
don't
it
know.
goes for all relationships because the reason why I say patience and communication is because depending on you genuinely have to love this
Yo,
person.
100%.
You
I
genuinely
need
have
penance.
you genuinely have to
100%.
care for this person.
No, you're gonna earn
Yo, I'm
this.
dead.
Because
Shiraz-
if you don't,
Shiraz-
I'm
Sorry,
gonna
I
let
just-
y'all get your shit off.
So
Shiraz
you
wants
feel like
somebody to buy him
you
a
basically
bag.
have to work for the forgiveness.
Yes.
Like it's not gonna come free.
Which is understandable, especially if you make the mistake, you're gonna be in the doghouse for a while, and you're gonna have to do extra shit in order to regain her trust.
Yes.
If
But
you want to.
there needs to be progression in that. I can't give you my phone passcode, and you still telling me, "Yo, I just cheated a year ago." I don't want to hear that.
No,
every
understood.
fucking day.
I mean, understood. In that point, like, is the chick even happy? Like, come on.
Exactly.
Understood.
What type of insecurities do you have?
I don't have any. No, I really was.
Cap.
I was
Pharrell at the
struggling. Like
Grammys, cap.
everybody has superficial insecurities. Like mine might be like my skin. That's a superficial insecurity. But I was really trying to think about something on the inside that bothers me about myself. But I'm like also really full of myself. But if I have an insecurity, I think it would be trust. Like the trust issue thing. Like that is something I resonate with the most. Like I don't trust women. I was gonna say men, but really even women. I find it very hard to trust people in general.
What is it about people you don't trust?
Because I know what they're capable of.
No, I'm right there with her. That's definitely my insecurity.
Right?
I trust no one. Like it takes a lot for me to actually sit there and tell you I trust you.
So how much ownership do you take on that yourself and not being able to trust people or potentially giving people an opportunity to break your trust?
See, that's the thing. You won't feel that I have a trust issue until you break my trust. Otherwise, I have no reason to question you. Until you show me otherwise.
But if you initially have trust issues, why do you think someone else can't pick up on that?
There's no initial trust. They're created. They're for sure created.
So would you
Like,
say
this
that's
trust
an
issue
is that
was
an insecurity
created.
you walk around with every day though? What's an insecurity you walk around with, an inside insecurity that you walk around with daily, not one that's created?
Okay, another thing that came to mind when I was thinking about this is being like where I expected myself to be at this age. That's an insecurity I have.
Status?
Is it status?
Yeah, successfulness, financially.
Success is a better word. But like I just remember I said on this podcast before, by 25 I thought I'd be married with a kid and a white picket fence.
Yeah, so status. It's not about finances.
Society's
and
expectations, but we'll get to that.
Aaron, what are your internal insecurities that you walk around with daily?
Like seriously, I think it's just for me, it's trust because I'm the guy that I'll go to bat for all my niggas, anyone, you know what I mean? But and until I see that from you, I mean, I'll do that for anyone that I expect to do the same for me. And so then I've also gone through life understanding that not everybody's willing to do that for you. You know what I mean? So that's putting a halt on my on my trust for a lot of niggas. You know what I mean?
Any physical insecurities, gentlemen?
Yeah, man, I was fat at one point in time.
You were? Oh my God, I forgot I was fat too.
You weren't fat.
That was an issue.
She was thick.
I was a big girl for 5
She
foot.
made me stutter.
Nah, I got pretty big. I ain't gonna let you up. Your boy got
By
big.
the time I met you, I had already lost like mad weight.
Really? Oh.
That's what I'm
Alright, you
saying.
might have
I
been a
was
little
big in
heavy.
high school.
If that's the case, then I don't know if you can say that.
Reezy was thick.
Yeah. I had
Like,
already lost
she had like 2,
30
3
pounds.
H's. She had like 2, 3 H's in thick. And a couple C's.
Yeah. Wow. No K, just C's. But okay, so do you have any personal insecurities before we get to like physical or your surface level?
Personal insecurities? I get insecure about people thinking that I think I'm always right.
I've had a few of my homies. Yo, my homies
Wait.
know they're listening now.
I need him to finish
They
that
agree.
one.
Yeah,
I've
it's
had
not
a
even
few
about your
people-
Wait, how
homies.
does that make it? How is that insecurity? I'm confused.
Because it makes me double back on how I come off to people. Like I try to reconsider how I may be wording some things or like my tone. I don't like to try to make people think I know everything, but I mean, what the things that I do know,
I'll take God, give it to him.
Yo, the shit that I know, I fucking know. What you want me to do? You want me to act like I don't know? Am I supposed to act like I don't know the sky is blue? I'm supposed to say, hey, maybe the sky is blue today. Like, no, I could look up and see it's blue, bro.
You are really fucking sure of yourself, aren't you?
I am very sure of myself, but I'm only sure of myself in the things that I'm sure
Where's
of.
to Frank Ocean? Whoever caught that, you understand.
Ain't nobody caught that. Anyway,
They caught it.
you always got music references. But yeah, that's my insecurity, is trying to make sure I'm not rubbing people the wrong way, making people think that I'm like, trying to.
I don't think Kyle
dumb them
struggles
down.
in life at all.
What you mean? You talking about right now? We talking about today.
Yeah.
Today, that's my insecurity. Physically, I mean, there's
Your
other
insecurity is being worried that you may come off thinking you know everything.
Yeah. Today, yes. I had other
That's
insecurities when
interesting.
I was younger, but I'm very secure with myself now. Like I don't. There's shit
Yeah.
that I can't change. There's, I don't think about that type of shit no more. I'm 31. I don't have those type of worries. I don't care about what people think as far as my appearance or physically, like, It is what it is. Yo, you either rock with me or you don't. But the things that I can control, that's what I pay attention to, which is my tone, the words that I use, the way I come off to people. That's what I can control.
Mm.
So that's what I think about. That's what I worry about. Or not worry, but that's what I
Your insecurity, maybe.
that's what I try to be conscientious of, basically.
Okay, physical insecurities? I already said mine was my skin.
I mean, being black in certain scenarios is definitely an insecurity. In certain situations, that goes a little deeper. It is Black History Month, but yeah, being black in certain situations can be a huge insecurity, or being a black man, like having to dumb yourself down in certain
You
situations.
never have to dumb yourself down.
You do.
No, you don't.
You shouldn't have to, and you shouldn't, but you do. There are certain situations where you do.
What are you talking about?
There are times where you don't want to appear too black, and this is a whole nother conversation.
Code
but
switching.
yeah, there's a certain level of code switching that every black man has had
You
to
think
do
that's
in
an
order
insecurity, though? Is that what it's called? It's not.
No,
It's
I
not.
think he's just saying that's something that he's conscious of. So
it's an insecurity.
Yeah.
It's something I think about when I walk into certain rooms. I'm not secure about that. Like, it's not nothing that I'm necessarily changing about myself.
Yourself at the door.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to check yourself at the door when you're not in a position to where you are able to
Be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself, but in order to maybe get what you need or get what you want, you may have to appease to the people at power in order to get to that place, in order to change the narrative. You have to get to a certain point in order to change things. You can't come in like, just for example, like people that are activists, they can't go into the White House yelling pro black. Like you can't do that. You have to kind of play the game, and then once you get to a certain situation, then you can start to push your
Issue.
agenda. You can't just come in with your agenda up top, because this is not our country, 100%. So if they see that you're trying to change shit, they're not gonna let you in. So you gotta kind of maneuver your way in so you can get in, and then you can start to infiltrate.
That's interesting.
Makes sense to me. How about you, Jay? Conscience.
J to C.
my insecurities?
Yeah, you got any?
Man, that's tough.
We didn't even ask you.
I'll say probably like my biggest one is probably not being good enough.
No way.
But not like to people, but not being good enough to achieve whatever I want to achieve, or to like conquer the day, maybe. Like especially like in music, you know what I mean? Like when people don't necessarily appreciate like what you bring to the table, it can kind of like
Diminish
make you
the
feel
value.
insecure about your art a little bit. You know what I mean? Because like all artists are kind of like sensitive about their stuff. You know what I mean? That's like an insecurity across the board, I feel like.
Definitely.
For sure.
You have
I
any
mean, I agree.
You have any
I
physical
find that-
insecurity?
I didn't think you strike me as a very like content.
I'm secure within
Secure
myself,
man,
but
yeah.
I mean, artists get sensitive about their art.
No, I definitely feel you.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like the same thing with hoopers and athletes.
Yeah,
like,
hoopers and
everyone,
athletes, the
they're
same
mad.
thing.
They're mad sensitive
Yeah.
about their game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if they don't perform, they feel like they're not good enough.
They're not good
Yeah,
enough.
'cause
And
it
when
is
they feel like
personal.
they're not good enough, it's like they're insecure about themselves.
You have
And
any physical insecurities?
Nah, I don't think so. Nah, not
that's good.
now.
My nigga Jonte said he's swinging from left to right.
Yo! I'm down. I like it. I'm rolling.
Yo,
My God.
Okay. How do men
Holy shit.
address other men that they know have insecurities?
That's crazy.
How does that what is that interaction?
I think
like?
you have to be like specific about what type of insecurity.
And what men?
And what man?
Are these our homies or these just strangers? Because I look
Yeah,
at men
right.
with bitch tendencies like you's a bitch.
Men
Like-
don't really like express that shit to each other.
We're not
let's-
allowed to.
Look, let's make it an easy one. The homie that is super loud around chicks, the homie that has to be the guy cracking jokes around chicks.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
is
the
that
extra
an
nigga?
insecurity or not?
I'm telling you, because I got to be around you, and you scaring the chicks away.
Yeah, it depends.
Like,
Like,
what?
is it beneficial or not? Like, if it's not beneficial, I'm gonna let
Is
you
it
know.
beneficial
Yeah, like,
or
if you actually
not?
funny, it's cool. But if you just like wilding and you annoying, yo, take a back seat.
Yeah, relax. I got this.
Yo. Oh, you got it?
Somebody else got it.
That boy says shh.
You know, like, for example, women on women friendships, like, they might create an insecurity in you in a passive aggressive way. Like, yo, did you put on some weight? Like, yo, did you
I
do
love how
some-
you did your makeup today. So
Like,
the other days I was, other way that's like Cruella DeVille.
That's weird. Broads are weird.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people with insecurities do that. They'll like
Project.
put other people down
Mm.
as a way to like lift themselves up.
Definitely agree
I
with that
never.
one.
Well, did I ever do that? Maybe when I was like younger.
Have
But,
you
like,
have you
not that I
experienced
can
it
remember. I was teased a lot.
about your weight?
Only by the cheerleaders. Like, it was never an issue. Like, I didn't think I was fat until the cheerleaders had an issue with me.
They all had bulimia.
Yo, if I told you guys what they called me in high school,
Can you tell us?
no, I know, no. But it wasn't. They used to call me one of the Jersey Shore members. Jersey Shore.
Snooki?
No. Come on, are you gonna ask me and then it's gonna cancel it out?
Is there another one?
But I didn't like that because I was short and I was 160 and 5 foot in
Oh,
high school.
what was her name?
Stop!
Oh,
Dina.
the other
It
one,
was
Jenna?
Dina. Wasn't it? Was it her name?
The Snooki's best friend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Her
yeah.
little dog. Damn,
Yeah, dog. I didn't like that shit.
that is
You
su-
said
that
dog-
sucks
you
'cause
said
she was
dog
like
just
the
like it did.
uncool one.
I know. I
Like,
know.
at least
trust
Snooki
me.
was with the
Yeah,
shit.
they didn't even want her there.
Yeah,
It's
low
fucked
key.
up, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I've had that. I had that in basketball.
What does that mean?
Niggas talk about how much I shoot, but I get buckets. So, and for all y'all listening,
They think you gotta make every shot.
nah, they just say I shoot a lot.
Shooting.
They want me to stop shooting, but yet I'm getting buckets and I'm winning games. Not my fault. Kobe said.
Very insecure. See,
Kobe
that's
said
projecting.
I'd rather me take the shot than Sasha.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He did say that.
Nigga bring up Sasha.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so men on men with insecurities.
I personally don't think that we are allowed to talk about it. Like we're not allowed to like express what our problems are because growing up in my house, the way you got made fun of, fam, and you had to suck it up. That's why I use a lot of the shit that I go through now is just motivation.
Oh no, I'm not good with being made fun of.
No, but like
At
literally,
all.
that's just how we gave it up in my house. You know what I mean? So like, it actually it's a little different now because like I still have a little brother, so he was still at home for a little while, so we couldn't be that way with him when we weren't there. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't come home and give him that same energy
Yeah.
because he wasn't used to it. But now, nigga,
It's like, nigga, quit being a bitch.
yeah, you know what I mean? That's what it is.
Quit crying, nigga.
It builds character though.
Exactly.
You get made
100%.
fun of a lot when you're younger.
100%.
Exactly.
You start to realize like, oh, it don't matter.
I was 5'1" in 9th grade.
It's just it's all jokes.
You was my height?
Yeah, 9th grade, 100%. Yeah, I was tiny out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no joke. It was bad.
Interesting.
Yeah, my middle school was rough. My mom used to like dress me in like plaid shirts, try to get me to wear Vans. That's where I drew the line. But now Vans are cool. But yeah, I was in LA. It was like, Mom, I'm a basketball player. You got me wearing these wild ripped jeans before they were in, and they fit me.
I'm gonna say it,
It's like,
man. Relax.
why are my jeans fitting me, Mom? Nobody else's jeans fit them.
Yeah, fam. There's no space in here.
Yeah, nah.
What about how women treat men with insecurities or how men treat women with insecurities?
Women say the same shit to men. Ah, stop being a
Stop
bitch.
being a little bitch.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Okay,
guys
maybe
are
not
You
so-
being-
Look,
maybe
that's
not
how
you.
you know you had good women in your
Yo,
life.
yo,
You
yo.
don't think a chick that one of you guys have been with has recognized an insecurity?
You gotta talk into the mic, man. You just having a conversation with yourself.
Yeah, grab that.
Yo, women will say that in a different way. They won't say you being a bitch. They'll say, "Oh, you being emotional," or I don't know why you feel like that.
But-
I didn't even really do anything.
No, but then there's like,
I didn't really do anything.
there's also those chicks that like you can't even. I don't know. Like I don't know how to say they won't even say anything, but they'll show you that that shit is not tight. Like you know what I mean? Like
They'll be
they
on
just
her face.
just give you that energy. Like yo, fam. Like one of them looks like you looking like a real bitch, bro. And I
Yo.
think that's way
How
worse
are you
than
guys
actually
making
telling me.
women the enemy right now?
'Cause
We're-
I
we're
feel like
not-
with that,
not
men are a
making
lot more like
Well, I'm more
tolerant.
sensitive.
Like men will be able to accept a woman with like insecurities, but for women, it's like it's an instant turn off. Like she not having it at all.
So how much of that has to do with how we project our insecurities, though?
A lot of it does.
Yeah,
A lot of
because
it.
men and women do that differently.
Yeah, facts.
Women will project their insecurities through social media. Well, men do that too, but in different ways. Women will more. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, is it different? Is there really a difference? Because men and women will do it through social media. They'll post a picture. They'll look for validation somewhere else. Niggas will, security blankets. They're all,
Hold on. We're getting off track.
Are we? Did I go past too fast? Kind of the same. They're definitely treated differently, but as far as how we project our insecurities, as far as like security blankets and shit.
I just want to say before we leave that, I feel like men cater to women a lot in regards to
yeah, for
insecurities.
sure.
And I
most definitely.
appreciate
Part of
that
the
so
job.
much. Yeah. It's sweet.
It comes with the
it's like,
territory,
it's like our
for sure.
job, yeah.
Literally our job. But isn't that different? Because why is it that women are accepted to have insecurities and men are not?
Just society standards. That's really it. There's no real reason behind it. It's just we kind of accept
All right, we
that
need to
for
change
that.
the narrative here at Hear Me Out Podcast. Like and subscribe if you're still here with us, by the way.
Yeah. So you want to be vulnerable? What
What do you
is
need to
your
ask?
security blanket, Kyle? Is it the mustache or the hat? What's the issue?
The mustache. You want to know something? Low key?
Because actually, I never seen you without a mustache. Have I?
No, you never will.
That'd be
Why?
That'd be
wild.
weird as hell. I
That'd
would
be
look
so
11.
wild.
Can
I'd
we
literally look
see?
11. No, never.
In all my
You want to know
life.
something, Loki? My security blanket was my are my tattoos.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, because when I grew up, I was a little soft, so I was kind of like, I was raised by my mom, so I was a very nice kid. Like I didn't like to fight. I was very nice. Like I stayed out of trouble. I was very non-confrontational. But as I grew up, I started to feel like I still had this nice guy persona, but I wasn't as nice as I used to be. And not to mention, I was put in like karate and shit. So I got used to fighting, like all this shit. Things started to change. So I was like, I kind of want to make myself look more to my personality. And I was like, I'm going to just get blasted.
Kyle's out here niggas. right
Honestly,
after
it kind of
karate.
helped. Like, it definitely helped. So, yeah, I'll say my tat and my hat. My hats are too, though. I don't have a problem with my hair, but
Are you sure they don't believe you?
I don't have a haircut right now, but they've seen me without a hat on. Thanks, Shiraz. Anyway, what are your security blankets?
Oh, makeup for sure.
You're not alone.
Makeup. And you guys mentioned earlier that drugs are a security blanket. I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
like-
because for a lot of people, when they're in that altered state of mind, they don't
give a
dwell
fuck
on
less,
the
huh?
yeah, exactly. They don't think about their insecurities as much. They're kind of like more
Free.
like I don't care. Like I feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm high right now.
So the
Yeah,
more they,
it's
the
like
more they do-
pre-gaming for a party. You know what I'm saying? You want to get a little loose before you get up in there.
So the more you do drugs, the more of that mindset you ascertain because you're in that a little more. So you kind of program your brain to convince yourself, yo, I don't have these issues.
Yo, I ain't got no issues.
Yeah, Straz has done some drugs.
Yo, accurate.
I'm just
No,
saying.
weed. I guess if you want to say weed,
Like,
is it a security blanket?
a lot of
Weed is,
people
like,
will
just
use
cool.
the substance to gain confidence in situations.
Right.
Like
True.
especially
when
like,
people
especially
drink,
like
yeah,
artists,
maybe to start
people
True.
that like performing arts and
True.
stuff like that too. Like they have to get lit before they
To remove
perform
your
or-
insecurities.
Exactly, so they
Like
can just
them
be like,
strip
okay, I don't
Overthinking
feel-
is an insecurity too.
Yeah,
And so a lot of artists have to remove that aspect in order for them to be creative and just be in the moment.
That's super hard to get rid of, though. Like to not overthink.
Not if you got the right drugs.
That shit is impossible.
That shit goes right out the window.
What about
Maybe you should
fear of-
subscribe me some, Kyle.
Prescribe
No.
me some.
I've tried to. You've rejected every blunt that I passed to you. We've already discussed. Even you turned down J. Cole's blunt from the
What
stand.
about gentlemen? What about guys who are compensating for?
Wait, no. Hold
insecurity?
on. Let's go to Jonte's security blankets. Don't give him a free pass.
Okay.
We see he has a beard. we know what light
But he
skinned
said he
niggas.
doesn't have no insecurities.
We know what light skinned
physically.
niggas do with the beard.
I don't know what you're talking
well,
about.
look, having insecurities and relying on security blankets are kind of like two different things. Like a security blanket can just kind of like make you feel better overall. It doesn't necessarily mean that like you're covering up a specific insecurity, but it's something that makes you feel
More confident.
confidence
exactly.
booster.
It's more security.
So your beard is a confidence booster.
why you gotta go to the beard?
You'll be same with my
Jonte said, get off my
makeup.
beard, man.
Yeah,
put me on front
she
seat.
can feel just as she can feel good without having makeup on, but the makeup is a confidence booster. How would
Yeah.
you feel without your beard?
Yeah, you're right though.
Naked?
Now that I really think about it,
That's the
it's
same
definitely
thing
a
with
security
just
blanket
a regular haircut,
for
too.
sure. It's like a part of my brand.
Hmm.
Like I kind of don't feel
See?
right without it now.
Huh?
Kyle too. He said he'll never shave his
It's like a nigga without muscles. All of a sudden, a bodybuilder, if they lose their muscles,
Yeah, right.
that
Yeah,
changes.
they
That
look-
will change their
Them niggas
entire.
Them niggas are crazy after they
Or
lose their muscle.
even
Yeah.
even the desire to get buff in the first place. Like people that's
Steroids,
like
all of that.
really going in on the bodybuilding and like fitness. Like a lot of times, they're covering up an insecurity.
100%.
Like it's like
And
I don't
it's
feel
crazy
good
'cause-
about myself, so I'm a buff up. So
I
it's
never
like,
understood the concept of taking steroids and you not getting paid. Like,
Right.
what? You want your dick to shrink and you're not getting money for bodybuilding? You just doing this because you working out at LA Fitness?
What about men being
That's
insecure
crazy.
about their size?
I can't speak to that.
I have no problems with that. She was trying to get a nigga.
I'm just wondering.
Look,
Shiraz, I think you could probably speak to that better than we could.
I have A cups. I used to be C cups, but I'm not insecure about it.
No, I'm just
wait,
saying, like from the men.
experiencing, yeah,
from
like
the
being
men
with a dude,
perspective.
being with a dude that has a small penis. Do you feel like he's ever tried to compensate for something else or compensate in a
Look,
different way?
okay, so funny you should mention that. Because
Story time.
remember I said I had lame D on this podcast before?
You've said it before, yes,
Okay.
once or twice.
Episode
So-
6.
Wait, what?
Refer back episode 6.
Okay, see, but let me tell you, this man, the reason why I was excited was because he's a boxer. And he was built, like he was stacked. So I expected, everything to match.
This animated story gonna be hilarious.
But that wasn't the case. Like it was
Ding, ding,
limp,
ding.
weak D.
He exhausted all his energy in the ring.
So you feel
In the
like
box,
Was
not
it
your
before-
I
box.
feel
was
like
it
the
before or after the
boxing
fight?
was for sure a way for him to get women. 100%. He knew that was his end.
Well, he must have heard the podcast hands versus jokes because he knew
Yeah.
he knew you wanted the nigga with the hands.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, but look, I was still disappointed because I had the dude with hands, but he didn't have
Did he win the fight?
inches for me.
Did he win the fight?
That's
he used
rough.
to fight a lot. But yeah, so I think that was like him compensating.
Do you think men with small penises try to compensate with their oral?
I don't know.
Did
You
he
tell
try?
me.
Did he? I mean, you don't try to swing it back this way. Did he? Did he try to?
No, it was like no.
I have a friend that said niggas with small penis will eat your pussy for an hour.
I was there.
What?
Was that in a room? I swear I heard that in one of your rooms.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. It was an actual friend, so maybe it's a it's a regular
That's a
thing.
common thing. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Hmm.
Because yeah, that was like a quickie type thing, so it's not like yeah.
Interesting. How else do women? What other security blankets do women have?
Women,
Security,
Oh, we
like
bad.
angles.
we get our asses done. We install fake eyelashes even. We get lip injections. we have to wear heels all the time, padded bras. Like the list for women it goes on and on and on.
That's yeah.
But that has to do with
Sheesh.
men
Yeah, that's a
and
long list.
society's expectation of women and what we need to look like and act like all the fucking time.
Well, niggas just wear hats when they're bald. Keep in mind, I'm bald, and I'm sensitive about my hair.
Yo, dog.
Just an
Take your
idiot,
hat
bro.
off. They need to see, or you're bald.
You can literally see my head.
I'm just kidding.
Just
I got a
kidding.
full head of uncut hair.
Yeah.
Jonte, you got hair under your head? Pause.
Under your hat.
Yeah,
under
he
your hat.
does. We've seen him with
I'm
the
like,
curls.
I got hair
yeah.
under my head. I'm like,
Under your
hold
hat,
on,
I
wait.
mean, under your hat.
Yeah.
Aaron, oh, okay.
Nigga.
Okay, so look.
Beijing is. Hey, what's up with niggas wanting to grow their beards more if they don't have hair on their head?
Because they need it somewhere.
if it'd be kind of wild to have a bald head but no beard, bro.
There's niggas like that. Kenny Lattimore.
I don't know who that is. But Jonte's laughing, so that was funny.
Oh my god.
What about us comparing ourselves to other people? Does that create insecurities? Does us even just seeing something?
I feel like that's the source of like 90% of insecurities.
For sure.
Just comparing yourself to
Outside
what,
sources?
yeah, like what other people or what you think other people expect and want to see.
When the last time y'all been insecure about the next dude your girl dated after you?
I don't think I've ever had that problem.
This nigga Aaron's just swinging on all cylinders, huh? Aaron ain't had no issues. Jonte, have you?
Nah, to be honest, like by the time I get to that point, I'm kind of over it.
You
Not
niggas
to be real.
are emotionless. I'll tell the story then. I had a high school sweetheart. We were dating for like a year or something. She went off to college. We had a great time while we were together. You know, I'm 18 when she left. I lost my virginity to her, so I never really got to really put it down the way I could.
Yo.
This girl goes to Boston College and decides to start dating the power forward.
Hey.
Not even the point guard. So her next boyfriend after 5'8" me at the time, I'm 5'10", ladies. But 5'8" me at the time, 50 soaking wet, goes and dates this 2'10", 6'8" nigga right after me. That broke my heart. I was like, what?
I could never be him.
Yo, Kyle started stretching at the house.
Yo, I'm like, what do I gotta do? I'm watching this nigga play. He's like posting niggas up and shit. I'm like, damn, he doing all this to my girl. They playing love and basketball in the dorm room and shit. Playing for clothes. I'm like, yo, ain't no way I'm following this. So when she came back home,
You let her have
I
it?
gave her my all. Hey, but I'm the type of nigga I'm the type of nigga that's gonna ask questions that I don't want to know the answers to sometimes at that time. So I definitely was like, yo, so you know, is he bigger than me? She looked at me and said, Kyle, he's 6'7". She said he's 6'7".
Oh
What do
my
you expect?
God.
I was like, all right.
Huffing and puffing, you was tired too. Huh?
I was like, I'm gonna go home. I'll see you tomorrow. I gotta regroup.
That's interesting.
You got a blunt around here somewhere?
Oh, yeah, that was bad. That definitely made me insecure for a while. You know, I was like, it doesn't matter. It's the motion of the ocean.
Nah. No.
Come and ride this wave with me, baby.
Because I've had really great sex with average sized men. Or even like, you know. Anyway. And then I have had sex with a big athlete. And still it doesn't compare. Like he's still number one.
Wait, who's
I'm
number
just
one?
letting you know.
Nah,
Like it didn't matter how hard you tried to
get your shit
different.
off. Glad it worked out.
See, I think that their length has something to do with the experience as well, not just like size.
This conversation is taking a turn.
But anyway, yeah, we can move forward. So comparisons.
Yeah, she's trying to add insecurities to niggas. We over here being vulnerable and getting
Do we
just
have any insecurities
put
when it
dead
comes
into the dirt right now.
Do we have any insecurities when it comes to work? Like, for example, I had a man tell me this morning that what he does for a living and how much money he brings in is definitely like a soft spot.
That's a
Or
security
something
blanket.
that he's thought about like often.
That's another security blanket. Ugly niggas work super hard.
What?
Facts, they got to.
They got to.
Same with women.
Ugly girls work super hard for sure. They get their ass done. A lot of shit.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying a pretty bitch naturally just doesn't have to work as hard as a broad that might be average or unattractive.
Yeah, that's pretty
Pretty privilege.
pretty privilege. Yeah, it's a real thing. It goes for niggas too.
100%. Yeah. So, do you guys have any insecurities when it comes to work? Because, look, other than the superficial insecurities of like the skin, I think my real insecurity is not being able to reach the bars that I've set for myself. Like, not meeting my own expectations. Is that an insecurity?
Not meeting your own expectations.
I feel like it could be.
It could be.
You got to break that down.
Yeah, it depends
an
on
extra
how you.
layer, though.
It depends on how you move daily. Like, does that affect you? Does that affect
No, it's
how you
not a
treat
daily
people, or does
issue.
it affect how you treat yourself? Like, if you're just setting goals that you're not necessarily achieving, it can be a benefit because it can make you go harder.
Yeah.
So
is it like
really
making
just
you look
depends.
down on yourself or not?
I don't look down on myself, but I do call myself a dumb bitch often.
You definitely should stop doing that.
That's crazy, huh? I'm the meanest person to myself. It's wild.
You're always your own toughest
Like
critic.
nobody talks to me like I talk to me. It's crazy.
Yeah, how y'all feel about niggas that compensate with their money though? I can't stand it. Or their height. Niggas, stop putting 6'3" in your bio. You still look like Quasimodo.
Yo, the broads want to know. That's not really. Is it about height or something else? Like, what
You
do you
just told
really-
us you dated athletic nigga, and he's number one. So apparently height is
That's
very
what
important.
I'm saying. What is he trying to?
He's
What
trying
is
to
he
tell
really
you I'm
trying to say?
6'7".
I'm 6'7".
Yo,
What is it? 6'7". No, maybe like 6'9".
He's
6'10".
6'10".
There you go. Yeah, I want to know.
I don't know
Put that
about.
in the
I don't
bio.
know about.
Keep that there.
I don't know about money, but I will say I think occupation, off the strength of like.
If you're a server or a nurse, that might be an insecurity for a man.
You
Yeah,
ever told,
you
you ever
know.
told somebody you was a manager and you wasn't?
Yes.
I manage my job.
That's exactly. I've definitely
I
gotten
manage
that
my
off.
desk.
I manage
Yo.
my desk.
I've
as a
gotten that off
server.
before.
I manage the phones.
Just off the strength of I was like, damn, like my title, like I'm making money, but I don't like my title. You know what I mean? Like, how do I make this sound a little bit more appealing to shorty? You know, so
Right.
like I might have reverbed it a little bit.
Yo.
Just to get
Kyle?
it going.
I've always been a manager anywhere I went. I've ran every business.
If I tell you I'm working somewhere and I'm not paying for shit, I'm not buying you extra shit, you're gonna be like, this nigga does this and he making this. He don't take me nowhere. No, I'm gonna tell you, yo, I was working as a server. Therefore, I'm not taking you to Mastro's every weekend. I take you to Black Angus or like Olive Garden. My position is gonna correlate with the treatment. I'm not gonna raise your expectations and tell you I'm like a successful rapper and we still going to McDonald's. I want
So
everything to align. I want everything to
think
be
it-
consistent.
You don't think it depends on like what you so say you saw her on like the gram, right? And you've seen her the lifestyle she portrays.
I don't give a fuck.
You don't think that changes it though?
I don't give a fuck. Then you out of my league at that point.
Don't ever say that.
But
I need to get my
I'm
hustle
saying
up.
like
I need financially. I
she
need
tries
get
to
my
give
hustle up.
she's like willing to give you some type of play though. You're not gonna embellish a little bit?
No. Hell nah. Because then I got to keep that lie up. I'm cool.
Nah, nigga, you get there and then you show it
Dante?
differently, nigga.
I'm cool.
I
If
feel
you don't
like
like
men lie all the fucking time
if you
about
don't
their
like
job.
me
for
That's
me-
like the number one thing you guys are insecure about.
if you don't like me for me, then keep it pushing. I'm cool. I don't need it. You missing out on a lot of jokes because I'm real cool.
Shut the fuck
You
up,
think
nigga.
you that funny, huh?
Yes.
How do you deal with friends or family members with insecurities.
You tell them,
We tell them what? I got you?
quit acting like that. You tripping. Or, hey, don't look at it that way.
No, like I said, that goes back to like in my household, we
Crack jokes.
We got straight to the jokes, man. Like, I used to get on my head so heavy.
Dude.
I was a little nigga back in the day, and they used to clown me, push me, talk shit. My sister was a bully. I love a nigga, but she was a bully. Now, shit don't fly no more. You know what I mean?
I used to have acne, and my sister used to tell me.
Jeezy, what was you calling Shiraz?
She was saying, like, connect the dots, bro. Like some sick-ass fucking shit. My own little sister. That was fucked up.
Yeah, that's
and then she
bad.
got acne in older age, and then I always was thinking, like, that's what you get. But yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Get the
Karma
jokes
so
out.
fucked up.
You ain't clown her back?
Yeah. No, that's not my thing. I'm not good at that.
Yeah, you should have got the practice.
I don't. I have a mouthpiece.
I used
for
to go
other
to
things,
the
but
room,
not
get
for
the pen and
jokes.
paper, and start writing jokes. I was getting them back.
To be prepared.
I was getting them.
No.
Not playing.
Yeah.
Moms would drop me off at my auntie house. I knew the jokes was coming. I went prepared every time.
So what about let's move off that. What about, do we want to talk about how we feel about our partners with insecurities, or do we want to move past that and get into inner critic?
We can talk about that.
Well, like earlier I said, when you asked, like, can relationships with insecurities last? My answer was, like, yes, if you love that person, like, you'll figure out a way. Like, let's say my man is insecure about me being around other men. Like, I can limit that, or I can make sure that, like, I'm checking in to relieve whatever issue he may have. If you know your girl thinks, like, she's a little overweight, you'll make sure to compliment her and tell her she's beautiful and blah, blah, like, and so on and so forth. Why is that so hard? Why is a woman with, could get sticky, but trust issues, like, I'll even try to defend that. Like, it's not hard for you to earn somebody's trust just in general.
Well, different insecurities require different approaches. If you go into a relationship and your woman has trust issues and you didn't cause those trust issues, you're not going to necessarily fix those trust issues. You can help facilitate an environment where she can work on them, but you're not going to cure her of those trust issues, because that's past trauma that she's going through that is affecting her still. If your woman is overweight, that's perspective, because there's niggas that will like her weight. So that's just whether or not she is willing to do that for you. So it's really a choice in how you want to acknowledge someone's insecurities and make them your own, to where you work on them or not. It really works both ways there.
That's why I say that's where the love comes in, because like I said, with like, if whatever that girl has gone through, or that person, I won't say girl, I'm sorry, has gone through before you, like, if you are willing to be patient and communicate and work through whatever that issue is, I think it's personal. I think it's possible. You know what I mean? But you have to physically be able to do that.
Ladies, Aaron is single.
Talk to me. You have to physically know how to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Or not know how, but want to do these things. If not, you ain't getting
I agree with you, because same. Like, for me, I'm saying love, you're saying communication and patience. Like, that's all a part of it.
I would say that, like, it doesn't even matter. Well, it does matter, but there's nothing that you can do to get rid of somebody else's insecurities. Like, that's something they have to do on their own, no matter how far you're willing to go to.
Can I ask you, you don't think that there's a way to show them differently?
If they've
never seen a different perspective, you can't show them a different perspective?
No. The way you feel about them, they've been feeling about themselves for years.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, there's nothing you can say to really make somebody feel better about themselves if they've been dealing with that insecurity for a long period of time. Their whole, like I said earlier, you're your own toughest critic. So no matter what you say or do to try to lighten the load, they're still going to go to sleep thinking about it until they work out whatever trauma it is that they've had to deal with that's brought that insecurity upon them.
No.
I think
Yeah,
a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
times
I
the
don't agree.
sentiment is appreciated, though.
It's
The fact that
appreciated.
you would go out of your way to try to make them feel better about something.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't
But-
think your insecure chick, even at night when she's at home by herself, trying to convince herself that her insecurities are right, is not thinking about the lengths that you went to make her feel comfortable or to make her feel better? You don't think that silences that shit just enough?
But
even?
it's an insecurity. It's an insecurity that's solved with that one person. It's not necessarily an insecurity that's taken care of altogether. What happens if you guys don't work out? She's gonna go to the next relationship, and if he doesn't act the same way that that last person did, she's gonna have the same insecurity.
Right.
So you have to fix that insecurity within yourself
Okay.
and really get down to the root of why you're insecure. And only you can do that on your own. You can put a Band-Aid over it, and the Band-Aid can last for as long as the relationship lasts. But once the relationship is over and that Band-Aid rips off, if you haven't addressed it within yourself, that insecurity is going to show itself
trusting
again.
men because I've been cheated on, and then I date a man who doesn't give me that issue, my next relationship, I'm like, okay, this can go either fucking way. I seen a dog and I seen a real man. What is he?
Sometimes you gotta take your insecurities and let them motivate you. So I don't. That's why I don't. That's what makes me disagree with you guys, because I feel like you can, like, everything that I've ever been insecure about, I've used to motivate myself
To
like,
your advantage.
to my advantage. So I feel like if I can instill that on the next person, that's an advantage for them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's possible to take good from the negative.
Yeah.
For sure, but like you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it though.
Right.
Like you can show them and tell them
Right.
how to change their
But it
mentality.
also doesn't mean that they're not going to drink it.
That's also true too.
So I think it's worth it.
I've been with a man
If you
that
want
like
it to be worth it.
like worshipped the ground I walked on, and I've been with a man that cheated on me. And even though that man that cheated on me did create insecurities, I don't think another man would behave this way, or I don't have this insecurity that all men are cheaters and liars. Like, I know there's other stuff out there, like, because I've experienced it.
I don't think that's the insecurity though. When you say like
Trust.
you have an insecurity that like all men are cheaters, I think the insecurity from that is like you have to reflect it back on yourself. Like they're cheating because I'm not good enough for them.
No. Never in my mind. I
Well,
swear
then-
to God, I
But
wish
having-
I
if
would
that's the
tell you
case-
yes
But
if you're
having
right.
an insecurity about men is an insecurity. Having an insecurity about men as a whole.
It's not even about cheating, it's about the lying.
Yeah, but
like
if you
that,
feel
that's the thing. I for sure believe everybody is lying.
But if you exactly, so if you just said what I knew you were gonna say. If you feel like every man is lying, that's an insecurity that you've been
Conditioned to.
conditioned to. So it's an insecurity, whether or not it may not be an insecurity about yourself, and it's an insecurity that you have for men.
In your mind, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Yep.
And there is no innocent until you die.
True.
You can cheat until your last day on earth. You can be
What are you
faithful
saying?
you can be faithful until your last day on earth. You're not proven innocent until you died and you didn't cheat.
That's a good point.
I don't
Like
agree with you.
That's what you said.
No.
So you don't agree? It's not. So for you, it's not. You're innocent until proven guilty.
It is. I trust you until you give me a reason not to, for sure. But like,
No, you're
I'm talking
guilty
about
until
passing.
you're
I
guilty
didn't know.
until
I don't.
proven
Yeah, guilty until proven innocent. That's what I meant to say. That's not how you go by. Because you've said on this podcast,
With
men are dogs.
yo,
Are you taking that back?
no, I'm not taking that back. But no, for new guys,
You gotta talk into the
is
mic.
it going down, Dante?
Yeah, it's way down.
Lift it up. Oh, maybe it's like slowly like. This one. Like men in my day-to-day life that maybe let's just say they're hitting on me. They're running game. Like they're spitting game. I don't believe you. But if I'm dating you, there's no way that I just think you're a dog like before anything else. Like first you have my trust and I'm I very much believe you until you show me otherwise. Then after that, I don't know what you're capable of because you've lied to my face. If you can lie to my face, I don't know what else you can do. Like, that's the sickest shit. So until then, you have my trust. Otherwise, why wouldn't I? Take sip. How do you guys deal with women who are insecure with other women that you date? We've talked about this a few times. Or maybe women who are insecure with their bodies that you've dated.
Wait, so like if I'm dating
Well, have you
someone,
dated any women with insecurities that you guys can touch on? Instead of me asking, is there anything specific you've dealt with? Guys? What?
why y'all looking at me?
Dante?
Go ahead.
Why you guys seem come on, I thought women have mad insecurities and we all just...
They
I
do.
mean-
I just didn't want to hop in first.
From what I could tell, like every woman has insecurities. Well, every person
Every
does,
person, yeah.
but women are in particular are like more prone to like obsessing over them a little bit more.
Okay.
That's like a common theme, I would
Yeah.
say.
You guys feel like society has perpetuated that to where it's worse for women or for men?
I feel like it's equal, but like
Nah.
no, it's equal. No, for sure.
Don't say that.
It's equal, but I think that like the way society is, like we place different values on both men and women, like what
Gender
we value.
roles. The
or
gender
what-
roles are
exactly what we
Like
expect
you value
from them.
women's bodies,
Right,
but women,
exactly.
but we value men's pockets.
Exactly.
The
So that being
fucking
like
nerve.
the
or
theme,
status. Yeah.
kind of makes men gravitate towards like compensating for like lack of money. So it's all about, okay, let me get money. I got to get money. I got to flex. And then for women, it's more like, oh, I have to look a certain way.
Yeah. Yo, it's true though.
Yeah, I've dated women with insecurities, but they were mostly deep-rooted insecurities. I haven't dated anyone that really had dated seriously. I've been in situations with women that have physical insecurities, but no one that I dated had real physical insecurities. They were more so emotional and traumatic shit that they've had to deal with on their own. And those are different.
I've had a little bit of both. I've dealt with girls that, maybe have felt like they weren't good enough, I guess. And, so like for me, like, not to sound cocky, but I'm a pretty confident dude. So like, I wouldn't be talking to you if I didn't think, you know what I mean? If I
You were
didn't think you were
attractive,
fly,
right?
you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't feel this way. Like, you should, lift yourself up. So that's another thing. That's why I keep saying the whole patience thing, because it's one thing I'm terrible at. Like, is really trying to like actually focus in on that stuff, that type of stuff. I think I've gotten better, but that's the aspect that I always look at it. It's because a lot of that shit is deep rooted, and like Kyle said, from previous shit. It can be from like in-home stuff that they dealt with as children, childhood shit, you know what I mean? Like with their parents, siblings, whatever. A lot of people, like I said, I use all mine as motivation. A lot of people will let that shit bury them and put them down and not know how to lift themselves out of it. And so they just carry life just coasting through it. And then when they meet someone that is confident, they try to match it without doing that for themselves first. You know what I mean? Like understanding like, yo, I have to lift myself up before I try to match you. You know what I mean? And also taking themselves off of a pedestal, comparing themselves to another person. If that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I think women naturally, they compare. I mean, everybody, right? Don't we all?
Yeah.
It's not specific to men or women.
It's a
I
competitive
think it's
world we
worse
live
for.
in.
I think it's worse for women though.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
guys always have like an inner
Because we've always been
competition.
sexualized. Like, I don't see women insecure about how, I'm sure it exists. I know it does. But women being insecure about how smart they are, that's not the first fucking thing we mentioned. Like, it has a lot to do with what, I don't want to say men, but what the outside has fed us.
Yeah.
And same for men.
I
Like,
mean-
you're supposed to be breadwinners and strong and protector and this and that. Some men want to be like stay-at-home dads.
That's wild.
I won't date you, but that's okay.
I definitely feel that. That's That's one of my things. Like, that's one of the things that motivates me is just being like, I have a lot of goals, and so if I see the next person, that's why I make sure my circle is progressing. Like, I don't really put myself around people that aren't. So, because I really believe that like the energy that you surround yourself with motivates you and guides you through life. Like, I got a lot of good friends, a lot of good niggas that like literally keep moving and keep their foot on the gas pedal. So I stay around them so I can learn from it and feed off of that. So I always tell people that don't have like high self-esteem that they need to put themselves in those rooms.
Yeah, interesting. Because I do like hustlers. Like I like if you're a lazy dude, you're just complacent. Like I can't fuck with it.
What Kobe say? Kobe said, "Yo, I don't need to hang out with you if you ain't trying to be in the gym." Like, yeah, like you ain't doing nothing but making me feel stupid. You know what I mean? There's no reason.
So what about our inner critics, guys? Closing. I told you guys earlier, I call myself like the most derogatory shit. It's crazy. It's really wild.
Do you feel like negative self-talk kind of amplifies your insecurities a little bit?
No, because even when I'm calling myself a dumb broad, like I know that I'm not, but like I really do say like I tell myself you're a piece of shit. Like if something doesn't go right, like I really say that stuff in my head. And I catch myself, I'm like, whoa, that's heavy. But even though I am saying that to myself, I don't believe it.
I don't think it's that bad.
But
when you
like
don't believe it.
I'm sure that no, but either way, it's doing the damage for sure.
No, I hear you. Right, because I'll catch myself. I'm like, damn, man, you're fucking stupid. Like, I'll say stupid like that. Like, if I forget something that's super simple, but I know I shouldn't say it. You know what I mean? But it's like, nah, I don't fucking mean it. I'm the shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I don't mean it. I just might get it off once or twice.
My self-talk is a little ridiculous. Do you guys have that issue?
What do you mean?
With your inner critic, those voices in your head? Have you experienced like any trauma or bullies or people who are super critical of you that might like instill some doubt?
So I had a I won't name a name, but I had a basketball coach once tell me, and I will never forget it. Once tell me that I will never amount to anything. He told me that I will be. What did he say to me exactly? So I get this right. He said, I will be the guy that sits outside of a liquor store telling people what I used to be. Ever since then, I've been just straight motivated. Like nothing stops me.
Why do coaches think they can talk to you guys wild like this?
A lot of times, I'm sure he was insecure within himself too, so he was projecting that onto him. People with insecurities do that a lot.
Possibly.
Nah, they do that to test you.
Or it could have been that, but at the same time, because he was a cool dude.
Not really though.
But
no
when he got
reason to
that bar off to me, like, and it wasn't like a me and him conversation. He had it off like in front of everyone.
He had an audience,
and I was like,
yeah, they do that to test you.
The nigga in me.
They want to see if you. They want to see if they want to see if you're weak or if you're gonna prove them wrong. They do it all the time.
And so, like I said, so for that's what I play back in my head a lot. Like I told you, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget where I was. I'll never forget what I was wearing. To this day.
Oh my God. That's lame. See? How many rappers said their teachers told them they wasn't going to be shit? Why is this really like the case?
So you feel like when the teachers say it, they're testing their students too?
No.
In that same way?
I think when teachers say it,
they fed up.
They're just frustrated. When coaches say it, it's usually because they see potential and you're wasting it. So at this point, it's like, I'm either going to tell you what the fuck you're about to be and you're going to prove me wrong, or you're going to prove me right. Either way, whether I tell you this or not, you're going to be that. So if I tell you this and you're the type of person that will be so spiteful that you're going to do everything in your power to prove me wrong, I've just changed your life. I've just changed the trajectory of where your life was going just because I pissed you off that much. So either way, if I
Or
didn't
you
piss
go
you
home
off,
and you start smoking pot and you say fuck basketball, and then
Yeah, right.
and
It
then you
depends
go
on the
home, and
student.
then you go home and not do shit. But again, that's the part of the ploy. If you don't want to be a hooper, somebody along the line is going to tell you you're not going to be shit at this.
But at
So
the same time, Kyle, so I don't have to be an actual hooper though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I can progress to be a fucking doctor or something like later down the line. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not a fucking doctor, but any kid. You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
kinda-
It's
that's
just
kinda
like a
what I'm
bar
saying.
you just really can't get off. But like I said, if you have the personality like I do, you use that shit as motivation.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying though. Like that would make sense if it was like as it pertains to hoops. Like you know what
I
I'm saying?
believe it
Because
was.
not a lot of people was like,
We had the same coach,
okay,
so
never
I
mind.
believe
okay,
I believe it was.
right.
He did
yo,
say.
don't be
he-
saying that Aaron's feelings aren't valid, okay?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I know the coach also. I don't see him as being that type of person to where it's like
I don't give
No,
a
I
fuck
don't-
if he
You're-
said
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
That's
like,
an
I
issue.
don't. I'm not shitting on him either. But that statement to me as a 14-year-old kid, you know what I mean? Like it
It
resonated.
held some weight.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like it was like my mama don't talk to me this way, fam. Who you talking to?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
I mean, the
Yeah.
way I look at it, I mean, the world is cruel. So either way, at some point, somebody is going to tell you something that's going to either make or break you. Whether it's your coach, whether it's your teacher, whether it's your friends, whether it's your girlfriend, somebody's going to tell you this shit. You got to decide early whether or not you are going to allow the world to break you or if you're going to make it through it. So it's like, I obviously it's not a cool thing to say,
Ooh.
but it's going to be said. It's not something you're going to be able to get around. So I'm a firm believer in tough love. 100%.
Facts. Super facts.
I mean, Kanye said you got to kill him before you take his drive. So I felt that.
Yo, do you write these quotes down? Like we hear them?
No, the song is playing in my head right now. Yeah. I don't know. Thank God. I mean, I was bullied, but like I really never gave a fuck enough. Like, really.
I was bullied. I was bullied to where it got me to the point to where I don't care about what none of you niggas say because all y'all say the same shit and I'm gonna be who
What do
I
they
am
say?
regardless.
That you know.
He
Oh,
think- he
yeah.
thinks
that
he's
you,
he's
yeah, I
always
mean,
right.
Dog, but you do.
No,
even
I'm not
I.
talking about that.
I'm
not
joking,
talking
I'm
about
joking,
that.
I'm joking.
Nobody bullies me for thinking I'm right because good luck with that. I think I'm right. How you gonna bully me? Like I'm gonna win the conversation
Yeah,
in my
that's the
head.
issue. I never won an argument in 7 years.
Hey,
That's
stop-
an issue.
stop
That's
trying.
a you issue, though. Do you understand that?
Stop trying. Anyway.
It really is a you issue.
I'm talking about I was bullied as a kid. Like I was bullied for being small. I was bullied for being dark skinned. I was bullied for being like soft. I was bullied for a lot of things. And it just got me to the point where it's like, yo, honestly, I don't even know y'all anymore. Like I don't give a fuck about y'all. So it just got me to a point to where none of that mattered. I'm gonna float to the beat of my own drum. And I'm gonna do what I have to do in order to make sure I'm making the right decisions for myself to where I'm solid with myself. And that's where that got me. So thank you to all you bullies, especially all the girls that used to pick on me because they low-key liked me. Half of them are pregnant now with 2-3 kids.
Stop it.
Good luck to you. Wish you the best. But I appreciate you. Coming live from Dame Dash Studios.
Damn,
Podcast.
hear me out. We out. Ooh.